More than 3 years have passed since Mecklenburg County has been without a juvenile detention center, and the debate over reopening it is heating up.
Yeah, city, county, and state leaders, as well as advocacy groups, all say they want Jail North back in business. So what's the holdup?
WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre shares what it would take to reopen the jail.
Supporters say reopening Jail North would keep teens closer to their families and vital services, but there are some major hurdles to overcome to get there.
I'll say it again. I'm open. I'm willing to open the building. I'm willing to help staff it.
The push to get Mecklenburg County's juvenile detention center, better known as Jail North, back up and running is picking up steam. From panel discussions,
I would love to have a juvenile detention center in the city. I think that we need a juvenile detention center in the city. But how do we get there?
to direct questioning at the state legislature.
Are you saying that you would entertain the idea to contract with the state of North Carolina Juvenile Justice?
Well, we want it. We very much want. I would grant that. I would want that because we ran the best juvenile detention center in the state. We welcome that. We are still in negotiation for that. But here's the problem: funding.
Jail North closed in 2022. Sheriff Gary McFadden says they were under pressure to keep staffing numbers up at the main facility. Right now, Mecklenburg County pays the state about $3 million a year to house detained teens in Cabarrus County. Advocates like Frank Crawford, the director of advocacy with Children's Alliance, says the best service kids can get is close to home.
While we have their attention in secure custody, why not throw a bunch of services at them and try to do some rehabilitative work so we can really make a difference and try to get them on the path of turning around.
Jail North has 72 beds and rooms for education, mental health care, and reentry programs. Former Director of Youth and Juvenile Program, Keith Cradles, saw those results firsthand.
By setting up the school system for them, setting up programs for reentry, making sure they had trades and skills, this was an opportunity for them to come in, get what they need, and like everyone kept saying tonight, leave out better than they came.
So what would it take? McFadden says roughly $15.6 million shared between the county and the state, plus staffing, at least 96 positions, including detention officers, admin staff, mental health providers, food service workers, and maintenance staff. State juvenile justice leaders say they are ready but need a plan fast.
If we're going to do that, we need to have those conversations moving now, because when the county budget passes, in June, we need to have those positions in place. So we need an actionable plan in the next 6 months so that we can get the facility back open.
As leaders look for a way to curb juvenile crime, reopening Jail North remains front and center. Charlotte leaders have added it to their proposed 2026 legislative agenda, asking for support from Raleigh.
If we want young people to turn their lives around, we cannot send them hours away from their families and support network.
County leaders say momentum is building.
We do know that there's an issue that the community wants us to solve too. We've got to bring the stakeholders together and figure out how do we move forward. And I think we'll do that. As a matter of fact, I know we'll do that.
The sheriff's office says they're committed to working with all stakeholders to find a path forward. Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.